everyone, how are we doing today? I hope we're all living the dream. I have made a start on the island, kind of ready for tonight. Seems that's what people wanted. But yes, a wonderful day indeed. Kanati, how are you doing today? Hello, Swiggle. Hello, Fish. But yeah, we have a start. This is the base of operations. My idea is to build a bridge connected to this one, and then a bridge connected to there and to there, so then staff can still navigate the area. That's kind of the idea. Hello, creature of internet. This isn't the campaign. I just realized I didn't change the name on here. It's meant to be island building. There we go. Building. I'm not sure. I forgot the G. No, island building. There we go. How are we doing? I am living the dream. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing really well. I still don't understand why you can't make a completely custom island. I mean, it would be like this little visual thing here is a little bit annoying, but this is as close as it can get. It'd be nice if it was more editable, a bit like it is in JPOG. But whatever. We got this. This will do. This will do. Currently I'm on Twitch, might be switch later, fair play. But yeah, we are living the dream. How are you doing today, Dream? Right, so yeah, we started this. I kind of decided, like, I used the open air Avery so we don't have a dome, and I'll just use this for a I need to name you. This is Mustard. I thought I'd have a pet Carnotaurus over here. Yes, Mustard. Obviously the female skin is the mustard skin. The male one is completely different. She got some goats to eat. She's not exactly comfortable in here. I won't blame her either. But, you know, when we got her, she was a baby. So, yeah. Hello, Backward Butchers. How are we doing? We live in the dream? Right, so we won't get on with the bridge building yet. It's not necessary yet. We'll also have to build a gate. I can't even bother doing the gate glitch either, so we'll make our own kind of door. That enclosure doesn't seem very ethical sized. Yeah, but no one's here to report it, nor is someone going to report the live feeding we're doing. Right, so my kind of plan, this is going to be the main island. This is just a little bit of a sandbridge. I might do another one just to give the bridges a little bit of a chance. This island we're going to treat like Hat's Egg Island almost, where it's going to be only small species on here. We won't add any predators, but if predators do come to the island, then that might be damaging for this ecosystem. We always have like a compy island, so I might put a meat feeder on here, or make this a Quillops island, you know. But problem is, if I put a meat feeder on there, that means that will definitely attract predators to here, the ones that can swim at least, which will make it not fun for Hat's Egg Island in the sense. Yeah, no one can see that enclosure. It's just a pile of rocks. Well, can't see them, can't get reported, right? That's how animal care works, right? Right, okay, so I want this side to be like a steep cliff all the way around. And then this is where we can like add, ooh, yeah, we're going to have to add nests. Which means you still can't quite do the, let me think of the word. You still can't quite do, what are you doing, dog? Dog's knocking stuff over. You still can't quite do, like, we place aviary nests outside of the aviary yet. So we're going to have to, like, decide how tall. I don't want the cliff to be massively tall. Should we get a person for scale so we can see how tall this good old Leaf providing with one of the best blueprints on the game. To be frank, I think that's going to be a tall enough cliff. Living the dream as always. That is good to hear. I always love the fact, I don't know what it is with Twitch, but apparently, Backward Butchers, you're always an invader. Twitch just thinks you're invading for some reason. Just gonna do that. Because that's meant to be... This is meant to be water. Now, I was going to do shallow water, but I forgot in this game, the paintbrush doesn't follow underwater. So if I have, like, a shallow water here like this is all sand brush here, but it's not very sandy. It's not giving the crystal white experience I quite desire. I mean, I could literally go around this entire island adding the sand block, but I have a life. I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to flatten it about here, I think. That's going to be our cliff. Obviously, we're going to have to do some... I want some, like, multiple stages of, you know, like, different levels of cliffiness. So I'm going to have to do that with the nests and figure that out first. I haven't played this or planned to do in weeks. Have you been really busy of late? Up here. Dying. It's probably not wrong. The squishy Rex guest chomping animations are so good. They are, aren't they? They are quite amusing. I think I won't do the whole inch cliff. I think that's as long, that's as cliffy as we're going to get. I kind of want a cove over here, so probably I might shorten some of the cliff experience. Been crazy busy. Cliff versus level 100 cliff. People just go over there like, oh, cute little things, and get attacked and swarmed and eaten. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, wait, where's this is going to be my cove. So we'll do this here so I kind of can get the gist of it in a sense. And that's so this part of the island is going to be the taller part. It's going to slope down towards the archipelago that we have over there. That's going to be the idea here. So I'm just gonna, for my own easement, just make. I don't know why I didn't just do it on this size brush. So now is yeah. So I was gonna get rid of some of this. Did I? Yeah. Let's get rid of a little bit more. Probably to about that notch. There we go. Happy days. Then we can figure out what we're doing with the rest of it. Also, I want a bit of a beach in the cove area, so I'll sort that out in a little bit once we're over there. But we'll kind of work on getting the different levels of cliffiness, so we can do our nests. So I kind of want a nest there. Kind of want a nest on this height. Probably a lower down nest. About there. A little bit higher on this one. Still not quite the top. Probably a bit of a really low one for dramaticness there. One about that height. It's near enough. It's the same height, that one. We'll do a tall nest over here. We'll follow it through with a nest there, because I want this to be quite the ecosystem. It's a real shame we can't utilize the deep water for our aquatics, because then that would have been perfect. Could you imagine just like a load of pterosaurs flying over here and just a mosasaur patrolling the edge? Hello, Proximus. How are we doing? Have you seen the mod that adds more colourful to the mutants? Yes, I have seen that mod. Quite impressive how quick that came about. But I don't plan on adding mods till like the game is finished, because otherwise I'd have the Dimorphodon realistic mod, because that thing is gorgeous. How are we doing today, Proximus? Are we living that dream? We've been building. I'm going to use your lab doors in this mountainous area. I am going to try and hide a secret lab inside of it, and that's where we're going to place some Mutadon, the D-Rex, Because I kind of want to Derex in the island, but I don't want it loose in the ecosystem. Because that thing, after watching, I think it's Cleo, the YouTuber's called, I watched his video, and that thing was wrecking his ecosystem till an Ankylosaurus out of all creatures demolished it. Ooh, you're using the modded water map. Yeah, I see. I like carving my own island out by hand than letting the computer to choose for me, you know? And having to flick constantly through till I get what I like. Oh, these remind me of my fossil trip to Estonia Peninsula. The cliff was 25 meters high. There's something I find fun about digging fossils in cliffs. It's dangerous. And entertaining. You might find something golden. You might perish. That's the... Okay, so I've kind of planned it out in my head where I want them. Again, wasted time. That's... Okay, actually no, it's the deep water that's affecting this, isn't it? So let's just... We'll get rid of the deep water for now whilst we're doing some cliff sculpting. We can always see what I mean, the sand under here. It's a shame that the sand doesn't carry on under the shallow water. I get the deep water, the shallow water, I don't quite understand why I do not have the option to still see the terrain brush underneath it. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get Rebirth or not. Oh man, Rebirth, I think this is a pretty stacked DLC. You got tons of animals, you got a brand new campaign to go and enjoy, which we were enjoying yesterday, and we'll probably... Well, not probably. We're going to jump back on that campaign on Friday, and have a tickle on that one. I don't know why. This is very entertaining to me. This is doing something for me right now. let me place it. So we'll do it like this. We'll do every other one. But not only that, there's like tons of building pieces which are pretty decent. I think my favourite thing in here is the leaf litter decal and the grass, weirdly, out of all the building pieces. But the fact we've got temple pieces, brilliant. It means I can, like I did on Community Park, a lost temple style enclosure for Utyrannus, and it was perfect for me. And I was like, you know what? I love that. I want more of that. And now they've got loads of temple pieces. That's going to be a ton of fun. I didn't realise I paused the game. I'm going normal speed. Now, I was going under the cliffs too much. I only dared to go where the cliffs weren't very steep. I feel like going under the cliffs is more dangerous than going on the cliffs. Talking about temples, yes. I had a lot of fun making that, but now I can make this better, which is always good news. But for now, oh yeah, like this is a cliff side full of perch. Like this was fun to make this entire cliff, because where the straw is, that's where I've had to hide perches. Now we have perch points. I can make that a lot neater, which I'm kind of excited to do. I might remake that for a video at some point, more likely. All right, we'll do custom design. So I want to... Is that going to... How messy is this going to make this if I put it there? It's going to be fairly messy. Fairly. So I need to... I think it's... If I do them on sideways like that, it'll make things a little less messy. I'm not going to... Can I proper hide them now? Actually, you know what? Let's just see. Can I dock a perch point inside of this? Because that's going to be handy if I do, if I can, if it will. Props. Let's go down to the bottom. Here's the bottom. Where are your perchy pointies? There we go. Look at that. Smashing. Have I got snap on here? I don't know. It snaps it into the... I can literally have them... Oh, you can have them sat on the nest. I'll probably have a big boy because it'll look a little less... Have it like that. The big boy one can sit on the nest. Can you imagine just coming in and Quetzal's just sat on his eggs? That would definitely look cool. But I bought a helmet especially for the occasion. I'll add some little ones in here as well, just like so, kind of so they can watch the nest. I don't think I'm gonna win the Evo contest giveaway. How come? I really like your build's probably my favourite so far. Like, that door is amazing. Most of the fossils were on the banks anyways. Lots of nautilid shells and trilobite molds. Oh, that's cool. Trilobite. I love trilobites. Right, we're still going to use the upside down bushiness for this. Where is it? I mean, I want some twiggies as well. Some twiggies. How bad? I want them barely sticking out. Barely. I don't know if you've seen the other nominee submissions. I need to have another look. I've not looked since you did yours, which, like I said, I really like yours. I want yours to win because it was awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do for this, I'm going to spin you round. Actually, I'll say, should probably do it, make my life easier, so it's perfect when I move it about. Hello, Dragon Fanax. Is that how we say that? Dragon Fanax. How are you doing? We living the dream. Okay, so let's move you. I need to hide this bar. This would be nice if we could get rid of the bar. That'd be nice for a lot of my nest builds. That's for sure. I have to go around trying to hide it. For now, we're just doing the lower layer, so someone would almost see the feet. We'll use a smaller version and raise up like it's been plumped up. So I'll pop you there. We'll shrink this down a fair bit, and then we'll raise you up so you can hide metal bars. Not quite how the song goes, but how our song is going.
What's your story?
What's your story? How are we doing, Ostronix? How are we doing? Especially the Cretaceous contact. Oh, you're gonna have to either send me a screenshot, or I might, if I can find it in a few clicks, then I'll give it a look. But that door is really impressive. Very Rebirth themed. It kind of looks alright. This. It's just like, it'd be better if I didn't have to hide this metal bar. Make it look like a natural big nest. Okay. I am going to do it all the way around, so it kind of looks right. Look at that beautiful nest. Right, there we go. Savage. I'm going to be so excited when like a Quetzal sits on that, because it's going to look like it's sitting over the eggs. It's in the Rebirth announcements. Let's have a quick nosy. Let's see if we can quickly find it. Let's go to Evo's page. Evo event announcement? No, submissions. Eating a helicopter recreation. Oh, that was pretty cool. Here's a couple of the Quetzal area. There's obviously yours. Cave looks pretty nice. Someone made a full. That's kind of cool. Did you say it wouldn't have to be on the event submissions for it to count? Trying to figure out. That's actually kind of cool where they're in the where what's the character called where it shoots the mutadon in the tunnels. And I don't see anything as massively advanced as your door. The Titanic shot. be 100% honest with me. Who do you think? I mean, as I saw there, I'd be kind of surprised if yours doesn't win because it looks awesome. And a detail on it as well. But then again, moderators are voting on who wins. Okay, okay. My name is pronounced like Aloe Annex. Ah, okay. Okay, I get you. Fake, like Faganax, like that. We'll duplicate this. Look, it's gonna be so. It will be so. You see the eggs there, and the yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna place that one. Place that one here. I know there's like a little offshoot, so I'm doing it sideways. It requires Avery. What am I doing? On to the next Avery. I'm going closest to the edge as I can possibly do it. Then when we delete all the Averys, they're still going to be there. And Bob's your one. We're then neaten everything up. There's going to be a very busy cliffside once we're done.
Now that's a nest fit for our flyers.
That it
By
is,
that, I mean
Isaac.
it's way up off the ground.
Why is it that you why are you chatting? Just realised why I've got this is the sandbox? Why I've got Isaac telling me stuff. Okay. The question is, can I get more nests on here? That I can. There. Close enough. I still love this song. It is very much a mix of Zoo Tycoon music and Evolution. If not me, I think the Spine under D-Rex eating the helicopter submission was going to win. I mean, that was pretty cool. I think I like the, other than yours, I quite like the Spinosaurus, the boat crash scene. That's a nice screenshot. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins. Right, let's duplicate these. We'll mess around and Shody Pony, thank you very much for the follow. How are we doing today? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so what we're doing right now, if you've just joined in, we are making a nesting site for our flyers on what is going to be a cliffside. Once we've finished doing all the bits and pieces. Do this one on here. All about there. Boom. Now we'll go and delete all of this. I think what we'll do, we'll work from the top and then work from the bottom, and then we'll get rid of we'll get the water line as close as we possibly can. So like so. It doesn't matter if they bury them a little bit. We can work on that eventually. Sorting all that out. Just want to get the cliff shape back. They haven't made it so you can place a nest on the outside of the dome yet. No. No, they haven't, unfortunately. I would have thought we'd been able to do that with this update, but one of those things. One of those things. Oh, our cliffside is going to be nice with all our pterosaurs making their nests around here. Like once we like proper cliff faced it up. I'll do that. Like expose our nests a little bit. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much if there's like all these ledges and whatnot, because we're going to be like filling this with our own rock. I think I will probably use the the Rebirth rock. I'm thinking. I think it'll go quite nicely with the cliff side. We'll paint it all up. I think I'm already more in love with this ecosystem, even with them being less things here than the other one we started. I think there's something more enjoyable about carving out your own island. That was a good cup of tea. And hello, Lego King. I don't know if I already said hello to you, but I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm gonna use some of the bigger rocks just to try and take some of the workload off. Like, do that there. We'll do that one there. I don't want to do the same rock all the way around. We're not going to be mixing it up and whatnot. That's as big as this rock goes. Let's connect it like that. Probably use this one here as well. Like that. Let's realise this one is getting into the nest. Duplicate that. Probably have one there. We'll use a few different types of large ones, just scaled really up. And these are going to look like kind of like little divots that they're nesting in. I'm gonna do that there. You wanna go out? Go on then. Hello, Kanati. How are we doing? We live in that dream. He's so hyped for it. By the way, if we don't get a Terra Maya cameo in the dinosaurs on the Wild West, I'd be upset. Terra Maya would be kind of cool. I'd like to see that in that. I'm intrigued to see if there's any kind of connection with that in Primitive War, because I just realised I was going to do it with the other rocks, but I decided to use these rocks instead. Oh well, it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to be intrigued to see if there's any kind of connection. There doesn't really have to be, but the dinosaurs in the Wild West, obviously, what was it, Primitive War, they were messing around with... What was he messing around with which brought dinosaurs into that world in the first place? I can't remember. Well, imagine if it just messed up the timelines everywhere with what the Reds were doing. What areas are you making on this island? So, my kind of idea is that this is a sort of ecosystem in the sense of it's being monitored. So, over there on the island, that's a staff island. There's going to be bridges allowing staff cars to come onto here and look after the animals. I'm not quite sure what else areas I'm going to add, but I definitely know I want this cliff. I want a big mountainous here. It's going to slope towards the It's going to slope towards the archipelago, which is over here. It's still kind of connected here. So it's going to be the main island with the bigger animals. Inside of here, there's going to be like a secret lab, where we'll have the D-Rex hidden using Proximus's lab doors. And then over here, I'm going to kind of treat this like Hatsek Island. So there's going to be no real main predators here, and if the Quetzals fly over, then they've got easy food. But smaller animals like a Margosaurus would be the tallest sauropod on here, vice versa. This here we're probably going to make a Quillops Island. Usually we have Compy Island, but I kind of don't want to put a meat feeder down anywhere on here other than inside the lab for the D-Rex to eat from. And then that's just like a little sandy bank, which I might add a few plants and stuff to. I might make another sand land here to make less bridges, but obviously this is the staff area. Oh yeah, we have a pet mustard over here, all living the dream. But yeah, I haven't really decorated this up yet. It's just the basics at this moment. This looks sick. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. I've been here the whole time lurking in the shadows, in the walls. He's in the walls. I doubt there's any connection. I haven't read the books, but I doubt it. Why is there books for the Wild West one? Or are you just on about like Primitive War books? You never know. It could be something of his own making, in a sense. I'm excited for it because it's been ages since we've seen dinosaurs and cowboys together. You know, we've seen cowboys and aliens. I say recent. Didn't that film come out 2010? But yeah, it's been a while. We'll add a few of these here and there. Slowly fill out these gaps. Maybe spin it around a little bit like that. These are going to be almost like cave-like. Almost. I think the movie's based on Sean Keen's art. Okay. My quest still keeps going into the viewing galleries. Get a closer look at those little wiggly snacks that are inside there. That's what he's doing. Yeah, Cowboys and Aliens was released 2011. You know, I actually quite enjoyed that film, to tell you the truth. It wasn't that bad a film that a lot of people seem to say it is. It was very out there, very different, that's for sure. What are those circles? Oh, they're nests. So we've just placed down a load of aviaries to place down the nests. And so I've gone off rocks. Let's go on to this. So yeah, we have little nesting points. So like made like a nest. So we're going to duplicate it, should show us. So we've got like little perches in there. So pterosaurs can land on the nest, and then if it's something like big, like the Quetzal, it's going to sit there in the middle and look like it's sitting on the eggs. I was enjoying it until my high school class voted to change the movie at the end of the year. Oh, okay. I removed all my mods for JWE, but the game still crashes with the newest idea. I have no idea. I've not actually had. I don't think I've ever crashed Evolution 3 yet. To be frank, I don't think even with mods, I don't think I crashed Evolution 2. To tell you the truth. So I'm not entirely too sure what's going on with yours. Is that let's separate that enough. I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to make the rest of the lab to look. Going with that like pristine kind of look as well when we get into it. Because I want it to be inside the mountain. So it's gonna be like what's that? Is it Sector 57 it's called from Transformers? I kind of want that almost kind of look. See, it doesn't matter if we miss any gaps as well. Was it Sector 7? I think it's Sector 7, isn't it? From Transformers. There we go. Is the dog crying to get back in? They're crying to get out, crying to get in. Can't make his mind up. Yeah, we all started watching Cowboys and Aliens because we were done with with school, and I was all hyped about watching it, but only made it 20 minutes in, and everyone wanted to change it except me. People weren't digging the film, is what you're saying. That's a shame. I enjoyed that film. It's a good film. He's like my cat. Yeah, Ty never really. He can never make his mind up on what he wants to do. He'll be like in, out, shake it all about, kind of style of life. Don't you, bud? He's looking at me like he's talking about me. I sent you a pic of the quest. You want to see it right now? Let's Let's have a no. Let's have a nosy. Where's this? Where's this Quetzal? Where have you stuck it in evolution? that's that's my favorite picture. That's like, what's it doing? What have you? Did you put like a landing station in there for it to even like remotely do that? Yeah, I love glitches. I'm never mad about glitches because glitches are entertaining to me. The more, the better. But then again, I'm just too used to playing Fallout and like Skyrim. But it's not a glitch; it's a feature. I like the nests. Hey, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked them. I've quite enjoyed making them, to be honest. I'm gonna try and do like different bits. What are you doing? Just stood there staring at the door now, like I think he's contemplating whining to get let out again. We do these like little cliff faces like that. Then what we'll do is, I don't know why I'm so hyper focused on this. I've got another. Oh no, this is the first nest. Okay, fine. I can't be hyper focused on this. It's the first one. Well, I have to go back and get one of these days after almost 20 years. Lol. It was a good film. Yeah, I can just. Like that. Not too much about that sticking out because we can just sort of. Ooh. Let's just turn that bit on. We'll do probably this one. Or this bit. Kind of looks alright. If you had a Spino attack, it's gonna be the reverse Spino if I had any. You know one thing I really like about the Rebirth Spino? They are classed as small. So like when you're doing buildings, you can have more detailed like gates that don't seem way too big for the animal, which I'm very, very much like. So I was quite happy with the fact that the Spino is classed as small. It's not really that small when you compare it to some of the other animals in the game, so it's kind of nice. I'm gonna avoid putting like rock on this bit and actually have like normal ground for them to walk on here. But then as well, we're gonna make some poo decals, I think. Okay, there we go. This is looking all right. So for the first nest, I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to look all right. I'm not going to add any of the flying reptiles yet because it's going to be manic. But I'm going to add tons of what do you call it? Like little nesting points. I think on the sea edge, we're going to try and release a load of. Maybe Tropinaphis. I haven't quite decided what I want as my my seagull-like creature, but that's the one that's pretty much where you can get white with the red on the end of the beak. What small Spino? Yeah. The Rebirth Spino is classed as small. Like, I don't think I've made a proper enclosure for the in-game Spino. I nearly did, but then I realized how big the door's going to have to be. We've got some blueprints, Spino. So, if you haven't watched my Rebirth breakdown, this is the enclosure I made for the Spinosaurus. It's based off my, like, inspired, should I say, of my local zoo, Blackpool Zoo's sea line enclosure. With like this inside here, there's a viewing dome hidden. All the guests sit on there when the building's connected. You got glass panels looking in. You do your pond and follow the deep water using these stones as like outlines. Do your beaches and everything. But yeah, on here, a normal Spinosaurus won't fit through that door. The door would have to be massive. But even with all like the extra sliding decorations to make them look like sliding doors, the Spinos actually fit really snug in here. Like, they've got a massive space. Like if I go on to view, so what, a normal Spinosaurus is large, wouldn't even go in there. Even mediums kind of struggle. But look at all that free retail estate that the actual Rebirth Spino has, which is awesome. Wait, why did one group of trees survive this? Anything else survived? Swing over here. Anything else? No. I also sent I love your builds to my... Wait one second. That build is awesome. I hope it wins the competition. Alright, send that to you. My D-Rex build is almost at 1,000 downloads. Nice. Doing really well. I also sent that I love your builds to my family. You'll be getting another one when I go around to playing Jurassic World Evolution 3. I bought the DLC yesterday. I mean, come on. Like I said, I'm going to include it onto this island because it's ace. It's what's it called? The D-Rex? No, I need it. Like, it's just so cool. I did love the little people you made. But it's so like hyper detailed. And the best thing is now you can have them and click it always on. Yeah, we're going to be adding this into the mountain. I just realised the mountain might have to get a little bit taller for this to work properly, but we'll get there. It's a bit too big. It'd be re. The D-Rex fits. The D-Rex is huge, so it kind of needs to be big. Right, so I'll go with this. See, I keep saying love hearting things. As much as I like the favorites button and haven't really used it, but I probably will use it for some bigger builds. But man, I keep accidentally hitting things like that little heart. Fairly simple one to do that. Like so. I think I might make, because this one's already pretty tall here, I might make this one into a cave. So at least there's at least one or maybe two ones that are kind of hidden. Make it a bit difficult for Quetzal to get in here and bother whatever happy family is going on. I'm going to probably move you a little bit. Go backwards a bit about there. Don't mess up anything too much. Like there. Like that. For the flat one, but ain't quite flat enough. There we go. I don't want to make like a really big roof. That's, you know what I mean, big roof, I mean like dropping down too much. What annoys you? This reminds me of the Seabird Cliffs. Are we on about the little pots? Yeah, that's the kind of vibe I'm going to be trying to go for. Let's realize it needs to stick out more. It needs to stick out more to achieve what we're after here. I would lay in that nest. Looks so cozy. Thank you very much, So Dinosaurs. How are we doing today? Yeah, we're doing like a full Seabird Cliff-like thing. That works like that. Do a different one on this side. Do that there. That a door is too big. I think the door's fine. Like, when you look at the screenshot I sent you with the D-Rex, I think it works well. Especially for the D-Rex itself. Because otherwise it won't be big enough, if you know what I mean. I'm going to spin it around like this at the top to try and make the pattern not recognizable. We've just copied and pasted the same rock. Or we can put some trees and plants up here anyways to try and mask it. Now, that's kind of just a bit of a... I need more rockage, I think. Make that be there. Kind of like that little tiny gap. And then we'll shrink you down a little bit. And maybe do that there. That there. I feel like it needs... I think it needs some more now, actually. Oh, there we go, there we go. Is it looking a bit wide, maybe? I'm kind of hoping that something can fly through that little gap. We'll see, we'll see. Well, I mean, in the movie, the people were pretty small against the door. But yeah, we're still leaving that one pretty open. So we've got like a little cozy cave there. I think we covered this area quite well. Maybe I'll add a few like little shells like that. Add some more perch points. Have that like that. We'll change this flat one to this one just to give it a little bit of different extra texture. There we go. I was planning on making a lagoon area in my park, but that's been scrapped for the Rebirth Spinosaurus enclosure. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could try and make a fake looking lagoon. So it looks like you have a lagoon and then just stick an island in the middle. What's something on the lines of that? I was kind of thinking of doing that myself, to be honest. Just making like a fake lagoon for Spinosaurus to sit in. And then add it to my lagoon park. I mean, it's kind of covering the nest, isn't it? Is that slope going to disappear when I do that, though? Apparently I clicked the wrong one. There we go. There we go. Happy it's not disappeared too much. We'll use this one and shrink it way down. Add some extra texture to that bit. I really like the texturing on that one. But I really can't. I can't talk again today. Not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday, geez, I was definitely unable to talk properly. Looking back at some of the clips I made. We'll add this rock here. We'll add it again here. Use this one for... Try and cover that up a little bit. There we go. I mean, this cliff face is looking pretty nice already. I'm quite happy with the way it's it be turning out. Okay. A little bit there. Bit there. Bit there. And we're trying. I mean, to be honest, when I place the tree brush on the top, should we see how that looks at this moment in time? If I forget, I'm going to be adding a tree brush pretty much all the way down it. It's a bit thick for my liking. Let's just turn the intensity down. I want more palm trees and like thick jungle on the edge. It's a bit too much. Intensity down a little bit more. Like so. We'll add a little bit of thickness here. Oh, see, I don't understand. When you place down a sand brush, instead of going underneath the plants, it gets rid of them in Evolution 2. Which I'm not massive. I kind of wish it kept the, you know, the actual plants underneath it. Actually, I don't. Why have I got sand up there? I don't want sand. I'll probably use. Is this rock the one that gets you the dirt? Yeah, we'll use rock on the edge, anyways, because it gets you dirt. And plants growing dirt, right? Kind of makes sense to have it a bit edgy. We'll get rid of the sand that's up there as well. We'll replace that with green. Well, Pterosaur, I haven't quite decided yet. It may be Tropus Naphis because it's the one that it could make look very seagull-like with the colours. Or it might be something else. I'm not 100% certain yet. Anyone know how to transfer a video from your phone to your PC properly? The Windows photo file transfer doesn't work, and I don't know what other way. Yeah, I was going to say Google Drive is a good one to use for transferring. That's pretty much what I use all the time for everything, really, is Google Drive. Right, we'll get rid of the sand up here. And replace that with luscious green. There we go. Make my life easier. Then we'll go with the trees and try and get a look to what this area is going to be looking like. Don't mind the odd big tree here and there, because it is going to go into like a dense jungle forest eventually. I mean, even with the cave there, I'm quite happy with the way this is looking. This is looking quite nice, especially with the way the rain making it wet. 500 Lystros. We're going to be having a not Lystro Island, but over there we're going to be having a Quillops Island. That might end up with 500 Quillops if no predators make it over there to hunt them, and they just keep breeding and breeding and breeding. The wet rock really. See, I've never had rain on Sandbox, and I've been playing this game since release on Sandbox near enough, with only a little bit of campaign play here and there. And when I was doing the Pass the Park challenge with Squiggles, who else is on there? Camel is on there. Rebirth is on there. Somebody else, but I can't quite remember the name. That is on there as well. But yeah, I was building and it started raining. I was like, oh wait, rain? Sandbox? Rain? And sort of turned the rain mode on. I was so mesmerized by the water effect hitting the windows that I'd placed on my building. I was wasting time watching rain hit windows. I was well impressed with the way that the rain looked uh, in the game, and still am really like seeing this wet rock is very mesmerizing for me right now. You know? Baby equivalents are basically grains of salt. They are so tiny. They're going to be so easy to lose. Or like when you place them down, you're going to have no idea that they're actually there. Where's rocks? Paleo, what's your personal opinion on the D-Rex animation? I love it. I really do like it. I feel like there needs to be some more. Like, I would really love, like, a special fight animation with the Ferrocinosaurus. But the Ferrocinosaurus, even though it's extremely aggressive and fights everything, it won't fight the D-Rex. Which I was very surprised about. I waited till he starved to death. And the D-Rex chasing the Ferrocinosaurus and the Ferrocinosaurus running for its life. I mean, I kind of get it. I'd run for my life if I saw the D-Rex. But... yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be a fight animation for the two. Other than that, I absolutely love it. Cat? Yeah, I call her Cat because her profile picture on YouTube is a cat. And I'm terrible at remembering names. I really am. I am so terrible at remembering names. Well, they had this series on Jurassic World Evolution 2 where they were making like Harry Potter inspired stuff, which was pretty cool. The favorite one probably being the Doc build. 0 out of 10 DLC. No Orognathus. Yeah, loads of people commenting about like, well, where's Orognathus? Where's the compy skin? And like, you know, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I'd love Orognathus. That would have been awesome to see. Little frog lizard. Flying frog, even. And Proximus would probably love a flying frog in this game. But never mind. Ergo frustration. Paleo, I never answered your question earlier, but doing well. Finished the writing a parody song about Papa Titan's Mech TLC, and also a little sister surprised my wife and I. She's treating us to a museum trip next month. Ooh, have fun. Have fun. And is this a parody song going on YouTube? An animation where it grabs a helicopter. Is that something that happens? Because if it does, that's awesome. If it doesn't, it needs to. Crazy Cat Miri. Yeah, that's it. Crazy Cat Miri. Fish has got me. Cheers. Proximus. What's the lab called on the workshop? It's called the. Isn't it called the D-Rex Escape Seed? And a little bit more to that. I want like a little ledge that separates the nest. No random salamander mess. You know, I'd really like that. That would also have been cool. I want a giant newt on here. Maybe not that species, because there's even big ones than that would probably work quite well in evolution. What's it called? It begins with M, I'm pretty sure, and it's something Saurus. And when someone asked me in Dino Guy about it, we were like, oh, we've never heard of that. We googled it, and the thing was huge. Like, bigger than some big dinosaurs. And it was just essentially a humongous salamander. Amphibian. Mastodonsaurus, that's the one. Cheers, fish. You should draw a Mastodonsaurus. You should do that. I'd say drawing a fish tank like an axolotl, but that'd be one big fish tank. But Mastodonosaurus, that would be mint in this game. Making use of semi-aquatics. It wouldn't surprise me if someone makes that into a mod. You know, like the Dinosuchus mod, which looks incredible as well. I'm really liking how this is coming along. Neuroognathus, outrageous. There is 3 extra trees in the Valley of Giants than in the movie. I'm so disappointed they didn't get the accuracy. Let's see the whole building in there. That wasn't in the movie. I really like how they've actually handled the DLC builds in this game. Like, it's been extremely enjoyable, and I'm absolutely adoring the campaign. Oh, I don't mind. It's the Cincinnati Museum Center. Ooh, Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati Zoo. Not that I've ever been. I've seen plenty of zoo tours on YouTube to know what it's like. There's dinosaur exhibits and other things as well, including a special Lego Jurassic World exhibit. Oh, I want to see that. That sounds nice. A special Jurassic World exhibit? Lego World? I'm down for that. Shame it's so far away. All I've been doing is goofing around with the handheld flare. I had a lot of fun with that. So, like, when they mentioned about the D-Rex not be... Wait, is that a new type of rock? I've never used this rock, but that's a new type of rock. It's more than likely the case that I've not used it. Let's face it. But no, yeah, that... So when the D-Rex... They told us the D-Rex was not going to be able to be tranquilized. I was like, oh, that just means it won't be tranquilized in campaign. But no, you can't tranquilize it on the sandbox either. So I was like, I kind of wanted to look at the viewing animation as well as placing the build. So I just released it and I was like, okay, I can't trank it in sandbox either. So I had to like waltz it across the map with it chasing the Jeep. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Crazy to imagine that the Goof Troop has more accurate velociraptors than Jurassic Park. I know, right? I'll see you over there, fish. That's an old rock. I know my rocks. I know you know your rocks, Proximus. Ah, yes, you need a crocodile tank for Mastodonosaurus. Oh, actually, no, that'd be pretty... That'd be a nice drawing. Where it's like, you know the crocodile experience where there's a person in the glass and it's swimming around? That'd be pretty cool. I might add that to my fake zoo I'm kind of drawing up. Mastodonosaurus, I might actually add that as a feature to that. Also, you can track the D-Rex, you just need to remove the bio-resonant trait of it. You know what? Never knew that. Never. I've not really messed around with it. I made poisonous Hypsilophodons with them having like the poison dart frog look. I was like, you know what? Now they can be poisonous. This makes good sense. This makes good sense. It's not even a structure of sentence. It's been a long day. It's been warm as well. Too warm. I honestly can't wait for the return of winter. I really dislike summer. You can't trank it, you just need to edit some of the genomes. Yeah. Same. Winter's the best time of year, you know, well, winter and autumn. Autumn there's pumpkin spice lattes, and to say I'm not obsessed, I'd be lying. God, I love a good pumpkin spice latte. I believe that you can make the diplodocus. You can make everything venomous, I'm pretty sure. Well, I've tried everything. I just straight away hit slow it on. It needs to be venomous. There we go, the Planet Zoo music. Looking forward to any new Planet Zoo news as well. I can't wait. Like, the first thing I'm going to do when Planet Zoo comes out is I am making an aquarium. I kind of low-key want to try and make the Dallas World Aquarium in Texas. Because the fact that now we have aviaries and aquariums, I feel like it's going to be fairly possible. I have to do a fair bit of experimenting. I know my mouse has disappeared again. Hey, it does this. My mouse just disappears sometimes. I don't know what causes it. Summer hot, lots of rain. Winter cold, lots of rain. Spring, autumn rain. Yeah, we have a lot of rain. And I like rain. Rain's my favourite kind of weather. Like, when you're working, like, especially when I was working at the zoo. Because, like, you'd get so warm, and the rain would just cool you down. It'd be nice, you know? Oh, well, that was an uncomfortable 15-minute nap back to work. Really excited to see what we get at the end of the stream. Wait, what? Well, I'm really excited to see where we get at the end of the stream. I get you. I get you. Really did not read that well. Yeah, I'm kind of I feel like we'll be a fair bit of the way done. The thing with the D-Rex is inherently has a resistance trait automatically. Then if you notice it, if you don't paying attention, so. The rain is cool, yeah. The D-Rex is not a human, I swear. Now you're making me doubt that. We'll have a bit of an overhang clip here. Really kind of nice looking. Do it like that. Oh, Lakota is live. First time playing the Rebirth DLC. Ooh. What if Lakota's doing challenge mode, or if he's just straight into sandbox? I was like I said, I was straight into sandbox. I was saving the DLC campaign for live streaming, which, like I said, we'll be back on that on probably Friday before we do this, so we can enjoy this, give people more time to play the campaign. Also, I hope they add the interaction animations with the D-Rex and the helicopters. It would fit in really well. Like that'd be quite a nice add. Like, I think it'd be kind of cool, like, as well. I've only seen the D-Rex do the standing up thing, leaving the hatchery. It'd be kind of nice to have it doing the standing up thing randomly every now and then, especially when it's like inspecting an area or something like that. The mouse is back. I like the rain when it's not trying to kill me in real life. The map I'm using doesn't have the foggy swamp. Oh, that's annoying. I really like the foggy swamp as well. I wish it was just a fog brush. That'd be kind of nice. Lakota's live right now. I'm surely going to have to go both to Twitch and YouTube. If you go into the Lakota, say the biology says hi. Ask him if he has any apples. Have you completed the main campaign yet? No, we didn't finish it yesterday. I feel like we got fairly far into it, but it doesn't seem complete. I can't. Who was it yesterday? Was it? I think it was Sif Spidey was telling me we're way off. See, he had finished all of the stuff. Does a Rebirth Spidey? So just like all the other variants, they have babies, but they're not designed like the parents, unfortunately. Which is a shame. It would have been interesting to see. Like I was saying yesterday, I'm not bothered about. I was never bothered about the hybrids not having babies, but now that we have Mutadon, I just want to see baby Mutadons. I'm kind of jumping onto that. Let's win hybrids not have babies. Give me my baby Mutadons. That is what I want to see. So I'm going to do this one slightly covered up. Mainly just to sort of warrant it being this low. And the only reason why there's a nest here is the fact that it's got the slight bit of cover from the rocks. This is where the nest run-off points are just too into the rocks that all the babies end up getting stuck in the rocks and starve to death. I kind of like that. And then just maybe a bit of a extra bit of ledge here. Okay, well we finished this part. I'm really happy with. There's nests all the way down it. They've all kind of covered. They all kind of blend in with our cliff here. I need something over here. I want to try and make it almost like a shared rock. And then what we'll do is we'll go around adding some extra landing points here, there, everywhere. I might go over to look over to stream. Yeah, and say hi for us. What have I missed? Yeah, it'd be kind of. Oh, hello, James. How are we doing? Yeah, it would be cool, kind of similar to how Quillops, however you spell it. I'm so happy that the hidden Mr. DNA in the Indonesian campaigns is actually there. I need to see that. Seeing how you stream a lot more than Lakota, yeah. I think with the D-Rex is his exit animation for Hatchery where you can see it get close to his eye just to the light. Yeah, I really like that. Like, I got a video today. Oh, I pulled a video out today when I was recording the D-Rex. I get this shot, and you see the eyeball turn and look directly at the camera, and I was like, oh, that's sick. That was a good shot. The base game was, have you been watching the World Cup? Nah, I'm not bothered about football. So I watch F1. F1's my cup of tea. Lakota says hi back. Does he have any apples? That's what we need to know. That's what I care about. Okay, so now this is a lot easier to hide it. The feet do disappear a little bit in some places, but I'm not too bothered about that. I'm not looking at pterosaur feet. But I just want to add like a. I want this to be like a budding location for our pterosaurs. A communal spot for the pterosaurs, as you were, you know. Oh, this one's going to disappear in there. See, I'd add a ton of Dimorphodon here, but I'll be only adding them because they're my favourite, you know. Oh, mate. Other than Peridostu. Peridostu. God. My language. Okay. Okay, I just realised it keeps putting the 15 degrees on. Let's add a Quetzal landing zone over here. Probably on the top up here. F1 cries. Why cries? Did you start to go? When did I start going live on YouTube? Was it? I think was it a couple of weeks ago now. I think maybe. Good question. Proximus, when did I start saying I was going live on YouTube? This one's a bit wibbly wobbly. Ah, there you go. We'll have a flat one here for you. I had a physics test today, and I'm said to myself, if I do well, I'll get the Rebirth expansion. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Maybe sometime in 2024. Is that when I went? Is it that far ago? But is that how long I've been streaming on YouTube as well at the same time as Twitch? What year are we in? We're in 2026 now, aren't we? Look, Ota doesn't have any apples at the moment. Maybe for the D&D campaign, it's not good enough. He should always have apples. Always. Well, it's late. I gotta go. Almost done with school. And I will join you every live. Hey, nice one. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I know the wings are gonna be slightly going into the rock here, but it's not. Depending on how big the animal is that we have on here. You know, Ramphorakus, that'd be a good ad. That'd be a good little ad on here, wouldn't it? So we'll get rid of that one. That one's a bit too out of the rock, isn't it? There's so many on just that one cliff if they all land at the same time. I wonder how crazy these dudes will end up breeding on here. Because we will end up with a massive colony if not, and then we'll have to bin some of them out with something. And typically you want to add a flying nest, place an aviary, and then add the nest delete. Yeah, that's what we've done. That's why we've got nests out here for our flying reptiles. I still find it weird that they made it so you couldn't add them outside the aviary. But at least there's this little easy, you know, glitch to do it. Love that standing up here, like, lurking over the nest. What will be all terrifying for the parents that may be looking after that nest. Oh. I'll put him in when you started streaming. Maybe like 3 or 4 streams ago. Oh, okay. 3 or 4 streams ago. I know a little bit showing out there, but to be honest, in the distance, we're not going to really notice that, are we? We're just going to see a pterosaur there and it'll be all happy and dandy. I kind of really like this little ledge here. I kind of wish as well that the pterosaurs met these a bit more frequently, like they used to sit more frequently on stuff in Evolution 2. Because having like a load on here would make for a really cool screenshot, I think. Bio, can you buy me a Lego Jeep shed before I go? Ain't they like nearly like 80, 90 quid, those Lego Jeep shed sets? Are you on about the Technic one that's pretty big, aren't you? So it does look cool, that. Paleo, what do you think you can realistically be the D-Rex weighs? Because I'm going to say 10 tons, but the Giga's 14 in the game. I have a fact sheet, but I can't open it up. It's actually on my phone, actually. Let me just quickly check. So I can tell you exactly what it is in the game. How far ago did I save it? So in the game, it's 10,000 kilograms in weight. Whether that is in tons. Like, my brain's not switched on enough for me to figure that out right now. But 14. The D-Rex is all fatty tissues. If we don't get insect feeders soon, I miss... Oh, yeah, Jaileropterus is adorable. Like, I really did enjoy the Jaileropterus in the game. It was magnificent. I think I added one to that, didn't I? That's 10 tons, okay. That's 10 tons, right. So that's what it's saying, but it would have been bigger than the Giga. I know it's all fatty tissues in its head and everything. You know, I think like bone density. I gotta say, realistically, it's probably close to 16, maybe. Looking how big it is. Two tons of fat more than the T-Rex. It's kind of... No, it's not all the way there. But he's going to work over here a little bit better. Well, like, I wouldn't say... I don't know, 20 tons, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's big. It's a big critter, that's for sure. I heard that the D-Rex is 21 tons. I really was surprised. I mean, it's anyone's guess, really. I don't know what they said, like, if they mentioned anything for the film, but to be honest, Frontier was working close with Universal on that with this DLC, so I still find it cool they used Lucasfilm sounds for like the sound design of the creatures in this DLC. I thought that was pretty neat, and also Universal as well. That's a lot of tons. It is, isn't it? It is a lot of tons. Actually, now the D-Rex is a Snickers bar in weight. I still find it funny it's a Snickers bar that ruined everything. I wonder if we will ever see Hatagopteryx in this game. It'd be interesting to see get added. I know some people are saying they're going to be using the film variant of Quetzal in this as hat set, especially with the crest. I heard that from Goji Center, and they're really good at accuracy. Fair play. Missed opportunity for "You're Not You When You're Hungry" commercial. I know, right? What a collab! I don't get. I mean, to be honest, it must have like it definitely very much seemed like it was there was a lot of oh, what's it called? Item sponsorship in the film, and they all sort of crammed it into the petrol station scene. But that would have been a perfect ad, wouldn't it? That would have been a perfect act. And they could like, "You're not you when you're hungry." Literally give the D-Rex a Snickers bar, and then like it flashed back to the scientist like, "You're okay," and flashes back to the D-Rex, and it turns back to a T-Rex. Perfect advertisement. Missed opportunities. Product placement, that's it. Like, I feel like all product placement was mainly in that one scene in the shop. Because, like, things like Dr. Pepper were, like, placed in such a perfect place that it felt too too perfect to center a shot. We really are placing there's plenty of these resting points on here. There's some of them, see, when you go from a distance, they're not too noticeable. Too noticeable. Yeah, I did spot the Snickers bar in your build. In your build. I was like looking around, I was like, oh! One thing about the D-Rex is absolutely amazing detail. The skin, same goes for Ember, to be honest, yeah. They want me to severe fatty tissue, which is 200 lbs, which means based on that we could add 20 fat blobs to the T-Rex and get a weight of a T-Rex. Sorry, I'm locked in on this math. Yeah, I literally, the reason why I call the D-Rex squishy, if you don't know this little bit of lore in a sense, is the fact that when you look at his head, instantly makes me think of a beluga. And the beluga on top of his head is super squishy. So yeah. And then also it comes in with the scene of Dory. And it's like, oh, you'll be my squishy, and I shall call you squishy. I don't think it was that bad as a Bud Light Transformers bit. I always like the rip take of ad product placement. There we go. Product placement in Wayne, is it Wayne's Amazing World? It's called or something like that, or Wayne's World. And it's like, oh, we're not cheap sellouts. And it's just like so many like advert placement straight away in that one scene, and the guy's like really confused to why they're talking about the stuff that they're talking about. Wouldn't we also take into account the extra limbs and stuff? Yeah, that's like extra bone and muscle, way more than fat. So yeah, that'd be extra weight in that as well. The Dr. Pepper crossover at Jurassic Park is the best thing that ever collected all the flavours. It's really annoying because none of that came out in the UK. Like, I really wanted Jurassic World Dr. Pepper cans because they looked awesome. It didn't come out anywhere. Where I am, anyways. Actually, right, the gorilla like arms, they have to be some big muscles, yeah. Wayne's World, party time, actually. It's so good. It's so good. I feel like it's one of the films that Joker quotes the most. It's Wayne's World. Back in with the Planet Zoo music. See, we're nearly... Have I really placed that many? We've spent ages. Alright, I'm going to try and loosen them up a little bit. I'm going to try... I just realised how long we've spent placing these down. I'm gonna loosen them up a little bit. Just a little bit. It's spent ages just placing these things down. Oh, I didn't mean favourite. There we go. Right, ignore this bit. There we go. I'll add some here. You know, it'd be cool if they added the features for us to make our own custom skins. That would be cool, yeah. But unfortunately, stuff like that doesn't really come about all that often in gaming. Is because they can't trust gamers to be sensible with it. Like, there's a reason why Emblem Creator and all the rest of it you never see in COD anymore. And various other games that have tried it, it's because people kind of just ruin it. So it's cool, but I feel like the way they should kind of do it, if they were to do custom skins, is make it like a competition. Like they give you a digital copy, you know, like image for you to color in, then you submit it, and then the best ones get voted in to be added to the game. That would be a cool way of doing it. But and the safest way of doing it, but I don't know if it's something we would actually see. Never mind how cool the idea is. But otherwise, I'd be all down for that. I'd be all down for that. I'm going to put a Quetzal one up here. I'll start adding some birds now, and I'll let the population, as we build out, sort itself. Because it takes forever, like, I don't know why they've done it like this in this one, if there's a reason behind it. But in Evolution 2, when you're placing down, like, you know, things from hatcheries, you could do every animal in the hatchery down via helicopter, be done with it, and let the helicopters do their thing. But unfortunately now, you can only place like one group, and then you gotta wait for that one group to be delivered before you can place the next group down in helicopter delivery. Like, there's probably a reason for it, but Random plushies, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Somebody would make the D-Rex in a KSI outfit. I think for the D-Rex, I'd do like a camouflage one to like kind of make it look like it can camouflage into the trees better. It'd be terrifying. There we go. I feel like you would make for a nice spot up here. There we go. We'll do a Quetzal one up here. Like, I know the Quetzal won't be able to get into that cave, but they'll be like it's waiting for the babies to come out so it can try and catch a few. That's what it's going to do. We really have been doing this for a while, haven't we? We'll put one up here, won't go crazy. Let's go crazy. This one here. Keep clicking the wrong thing to bring it down. There we go. Oh yeah. We'll do a few on this one because that's why we made these platforms on here. Imagine getting like all this stacked up with like a load of them on it. It would sound really cool, all the like bustling of life around this area. If they choose to stay. I just realised I'm going to have to do fish feeders for them as well. They can't be placed in deep water. We'll hide a few at the bottom, like it's like rock pools. That's what we'll make at the bottom here, rock pools, and that's where we're going to be hiding the fish in rock pools. I think that kind of justifies what we're making. Okay. So that's done. Let's do. So yeah, I think I'm trying to think where like a little rock pool will be there. Would be quite nice. So keep clicking the wrong thing. I didn't even need to come off. There we go. So we'll do a rock pool there. Then we'll do a rock pool there. I think here would make for a nice rock pool. Requires water. Okay, I need to splash down a little bit more. There we go. I think a rock pool here would work out quite nicely. Then we'll do a rock pool there. Bit more water. There we go. We'll do a rock pool here. I'm pretty sure it's in the water, right? Yeah, come on, I keep clicking off it again. Like, come on. Try and get that there. Go on. Do some magic. There we go. Again, look at the water on the rock from the rain. I really do like that. Well, we'll leave it at that. We'll start building on rock pools. A little bit harder to see in the rain, though. I think I will use a fair bit of the same rock around here, just a little bit. I'll try and make it so it's not too, as well, like, too high. I could try and hide this a little bit as well, but I don't know how well that'll be. I don't know what I'd hide it with. I think some rock pools kind of make sense a little bit around it. You know, I'm curious to find why Squishy didn't get any pattern in the design. Yeah, and the Mutadons. I don't know why they didn't give them any patterns. It's kind of a shame they didn't. You know, I would have loved to have made Ketchup red. Honestly, the biggest letdown of the DLC is the lack of skins. Let us recolor. Yeah, I see. I was saying that when I was like first looked at them. I was like, I mean, I'm not too mad. I like the movie skins. The movie skins are good. But it would have been nice to have just that little bit of designer. There's one thing I kind of want to make, but I know I just wouldn't have the time to do it because I've got so much I want to do as well. I really want to make Jabba the Hutt's palace and then make a Rancor pit to stick the D-Rex in. Because that'd be very much my cup of tea. Well, I need some Mutadon as counter shading, yeah. And you get 2 skins to those. The free update should have come out first because the Rebirth expansion really overshadows it. Like, anyone remembered about Pterodactylus coming back? Yeah, I remember about Pterodactylus. I actually really like Pterodactylus. I use that as my, like, freak mutant kind of, like, flying reptile back in Evolution 2. Because when the Fallout trailer came out, I was like, oh yeah, Fallout, let's make a Fallout inspired build. And that's when I made Fallout Park, and I used Pterodactylus It's like the messed up radioactive flying reptile in that. The skins aren't really the best. I mean, you got movie skins. They're alright. I mean, when I say they're alright, they are really well made. But I think, what was it? We discovered a Titanosaurus. I wish they gave it a little bit of, like, you know, that downy feathers that they had in the film. That would be pretty neat. But other than this, I'm really still loving this update. It's like, I really enjoyed like the wetlands update, but this one really did blow out of the park with like a lot of the building items and other various things. Maybe they'll add skins later on, maybe. I mean, for the movie, not just the game. I get you. I was expecting the Titan skins, but they were kind of fair play. The Titan skins. I don't know, but I like Titanosaurus, but like out of all the animals in this DLC, Titanosaurus is my like least. If I was going to say there's a least favorite, I still really like it. Don't get me wrong, but it is like compared to the other animals that have come out in this DLC. Yeah. You know why I also discovered the Titanosaurus fights back when it gets attacked by raptors? It stomps and stuffs. Yeah, they shake the raptors off. Pretty sure all the sauropods shake them off. That's as far as it gets for like fighting back. It's this case of getting them off and then dying anyways. There we go. Right, let's go and add some birds. Some flying reptiles. I'll stretch out the ground first, actually, before we do that, just so I know how I want my mountain to kind of go. We still have the rest of the code to make. We've got 3 times speed on just to speed up the delivery. The sexual dimorphism also kind of sucks for the last couple of new species we got, not gonna lie. I'm trying to think. A lot of times, sexual dimorphism and things can be very, very subtle. I know the dinosaurs, so it would be better if there was some like major differences. But then there's got to be like major differences in the right kind of way. Like for example, I know it's not a DLC one, but Triceratops. God, the sexual dimorphism of that is just like most of Ceratops, very bizarre. So obviously the mount is going to not be this tall over here, but I definitely want it to slope inwards. I want to do that secret facility as well for our D-Rex area. Yeah, the shape them off, but like the Titan stomps with its feet, true to actually hit them. I don't know if the sauropods do that. AG, my autocorrect is destroying my grammar. You gotta love autocorrect, don't you? My favourite thing is when you're talking to people in different languages, like typing, should I say, and you're like trying to say, like, type out certain words and it just changes it back to English. Like, did you mean this? Like, no. No, I didn't. I can't be bothered going through the settings to change everything, so it automatically realises that I'm doing that. So I have to take the English off and then I have to turn it back and yada, yada, yada. Right, let's additional base, slap that on there. Not that it makes too much difference because we'll have to wait till the... So I need to pick... I won't pick this. This is definitely what I'd say is like a plains jungle flyer. Pterodactylus could be a sea creature. Maybe look at the skins. But like, see, when I'm always doing like, this is the one I usually always go to. Because I can do that and I can do that. If I get a mail, it probably shows it off even more. That to me screams seagull. It really does when I look at that. I'm like, that's a seagull. But then I was like, do I want that? Do I want... I just love Dimorphron. Geostermbia would be quite a nice one as well. I mean, in the end, we're going to have multiple flyers eventually. But I definitely want like a... You know, like a certain look to it, that's for sure. I like that, to be honest. I think with the notice of the Quetzal's Rebirth skins, it's still the same size as a normal Quetzal. Yeah, it is still the same size as a normal Quetzal. I really do like the new Spino skins made for the game, though maybe better than the movie ones. We might have seen different seagulls. Yeah, the seagulls where I live are very particular. And Pterodactylus, I do love Pterodactylus. I think we're just going to do trophies. Trophies. Did I get what? Have I got? One second. Let me go into sandbox settings. Egg failures. I don't. Oh, no egg failures on. I don't want none of those egg failures. Dinosaur status checks off. Yeah. I think we need the animals to be irritated as well for them to be able to get a hunt, so... Let me just double check. Breeding, normal, always succeed. I'll have it always succeed. We'll have that enabled. Vulnerable, if on, juveniles are vulnerable to getting attacked. Okay, we want that. Then that might thin the populations a little bit. Makes it a bit more... There's some stakes to it. Dinosaur sense summon, negative G modifications, herbivores enable fights on, frequency normal. Need to make it so we can have like an increased fighting. So things just fight straight away. Social requirements. We'll have that off. Just to make life easier for myself. Right, discard those eggs. Let's try again. Because you only get two at a time. We'll make 5 breeding pairs and we'll see where that goes. Because there's nothing really to hunt them at the moment. The thing I noticed... Oh yeah, I read that one. In all fairness, seagulls are sizable animals. They are quite big, yeah. They get big, that big in my area. They've been known to eat chihuahuas. I just want to laugh really because it's Tom's pet, but... Yeah, they've been known to eat chihuahuas in my area. That's how big they get. How come we only had 1 egg there? We have egg failure off, right? We'll have more males and we'll have more females than males. We'll see how this goes. We just turned egg failure so it doesn't. It is what it is. We're on like a glitch map anyway, so. The funny thing I discovered with the D-Rex is that it's so aggressive you can't like release it into an ecosystem because it. Yeah, I was watching Leo's video, and he had a D-Rex and it was just wiping out populations. Like this one point, the island had over 250 species. The D-Rex got into the herbivore area of the island, and there was only 100 animals left on the island before it died. This is what I mean. I have to wait till they've been fully taken out before I can keep releasing more. Oh no, yeah. Seagulls, man. Also in this mountain, we need to, like I said, we need to carve out a space for our D-Rex laboratory. Come on, is there a helicopter here? What are you waiting for, bud? He's waiting for that one to like. Okay, we won't mess it. We'll let them drop those off and see how it goes. Right, so for the D-Rex lab, I'm gonna have the entrance here because it kind of makes sense with the stuff being there. So we'll flatten it here like
We're
that.
getting reports that some of the animals are experiencing heightened levels of stress.
All right, is
If
that
the
simple?
dinosaurs are on edge, it's only a matter of time until our guests are too. Let's get this under control.
Let's get the. Let's see how big this is again. Okay, so it's this big. I kind of want it to the side, I think. Or do we have it as the main? No, because we're going to drive in. We're going to drive in. Right, so we'll have it about here. Like that there. Drive in, parking bay, lab doors, that kind of thing. That's where we'll have it. This is Proximus's, by the way, which, again, incredible. It's such a really intricate build. Titanus should be able to fight back on the concepts of the endings, literally stomping on the D-Rex. Yeah, that would have been cool to see as well a little bit. But then I'm also happy that the D-Rex survived. It's living its best life. Well, its painful existence, but its best life. So we'll give it a sizable area for the animal. We'll give it a little bit of water in here, like so. I need to kind of make it square. That'll make life a little bit easier as well, thinking about it.
A comfortable dinosaur is one that's significantly easier to manage.
Right, George.
Keeping them content should be a priority.
So we've given it a big area. I just kind of want one there. You know, they're kind of cute. It's okay, guys. 2 raptors will take it. Yeah, I'm surprised that raptors can take it. How's our little tropes? Let's get the rest out whilst we're here. To be fair, everything dies to raptors. Yeah, I've even seen like T-Rex and Spinosaurus get taken out by raptors.
Asset collection request received.
Where's the... You're a double, so we'll wait for this one to get taken and then we can put that on the
Ladies
program.
and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tropio transportation underway.
I think it'd be cool if Utahraptors got Velociraptor movie skins. I mean,
En route to
yeah?
the asset.
I feel like, I don't know. I'd like styles of the skins, maybe. Like, especially like the Lost World Velociraptors. I just realised I've not even actually fully looked at how you've put this together. What's that? That's
Asset in transit.
I didn't realise you put an angle. That's perfect. That's perfect thinking right there. Right, let's have a there's the Snickers bar. And I love that. I love that little feature about it.
Delivery has been completed.
Right, we'll get rid of the people. We'll get rid of the people. Goodbye, people. I want that to be the main floor. Also, get rid of the back panel. Need to raise the ground up ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. A little bit lower than that, maybe.
Asset delivery.
There we go. We'll bring it to like this. Like so. Look at now. I don't know how we're going to explain the water here. Well, we'll get rid of the water for a second. We'll replace the water. There you go. That's in line with that now. They do a crazy amount of damage for some reason when they're impacts. I feel like it's considered biting multiple times. Or is it for this? Do you think the D-Rex possibly has Snickers DNA in it? Could you imagine? You know what I really want to know is what the containment area that the D-Rex living in looked like. Because we actually never go through the doors. Like, as a big animal, was it chained up? Was it in a tiny room? Was it in one of those box things? Semi-conscious? Or... like, where was the D-Rex in all this? What was happening with it? As optional skins, why not always prefer more scientific informal designs? But sometimes it's fun to play with. I think it's more like a concrete bunker. Yeah, but like, I really wish we got to see inside, you know? I wanted to move it, I didn't mean to... advanced move, because we know this is tall enough. I think we'll do that. We'll do that. It's got a decent sized place to live in. Live its best life. I think we'll... You're not you when you're hungry. Hungry? Have a Snickers. I think about it, the D-Rex hands are perfectly designed for holding Snickers. They are great. They could work in your local shop, if you think about it, because they can be rotisserie. They should explore more into the future movies. We get more of the island and more of the facility. That'd be pretty nice. Okay, let's just sort out the land a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit. Also, it doesn't matter too much because we're going to be hiding this with like a rocky mountain above it. It's going to be kind of secretly in there. There we go, duplicate. How many is this? This is one. I don't actually. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be even. It doesn't have to be exact. Ish. Like, if anyone who didn't watch like the live stream and you know, we finished this build, we had it, and no one knows this is here, this would be quite a nice surprise, won't it? You're like, oh, there's a D-Rex hidden in here. I know it says D-Rex changed from the first time we saw it in the movie. Yeah, the D-Rex, it changed multiple times throughout the movie. Like, it kept changing sizes, which was really confusing. But I was never that bothered by it. You know, I was just happy to be there. I really was. It was another Jurassic World movie. It had dinosaurs in it. It was action-packed. It was entertaining. Dialogue wasn't too bad. Crunching mints. Kind of interesting. I'm keeping the Snickers bar though. We'll do that. What did you use for the floor? My eyes hurt from rolling after watching Rebirth. I mean, I recently been rewatching it as well. The DLC coming out, I was like, I want to watch it a few times again. So, I've definitely been enjoying watching Rebirth. Ah, no. Actually, yeah. Actually, I can just do this, can't I? La da da da. Oh, the walls. Oh, the walls are part of this. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, we're gonna pause it. Something died for some reason. I'm intrigued to know why it died. Did it do something stupid and not eat? Is the question. Or am I gonna have to add a freshwater lake at the top of the mountain because they can't drink from the deep water? I'm intrigued. Get rid of that. We'll just place this bit in ourselves. Get rid of that little bit of mountain. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful in every way. We will have to like think about how we're making a pond for it in here for it to drink from. The secret to enjoying Rebirth is turning off your brain. Yeah, like I when I'm watching films, the first time I watch it, it's just purely for entertainment. I turn off my brain. I enjoy it for being just some action flick kind of movie. The second time I watch it, that's when I start to like, okay, well, this, that, the other, X, Y, and Z. And then I go back to just enjoying it after that. I have undiagnosed ADHD. My brain is always on. Maybe I need to invest in Orb of Confusion from SpongeBob. I want the conch. You all seen conch, right? Who died? Why died? Died of first. Oh god. Oh god. It died of first. That's not a good sign. Okay, so we're gonna have to make some little pockets of water here and there. Like there, a little there, maybe a little bit there. Maybe make that a little bit bigger. Just some ponds before it gets to the little bit of the top of the mountain. There we go. That should stop them from dying from first. Get someone to deal with that. Micromanagement and all that. All hail the magic conch. Why can't they drink from deep water? I know. You know, it'd be kind of cool if they added a skimming ability to some of the animals. So like some of the flying reptiles could water skim. And that's how they got their food. That'd be pretty neat. We'll add some more. We'll make some more flyers. Synthesize. So I don't know why some of the eggs are failing. But is what it is. We'll have. Was it a male we lost or a female? I don't know. We'll keep that on female. We'll keep them both females. Oh no, I just got the image of a D-Rex having a Subway sandwich shop outfit on making sandwiches. I like that idea. It's a very strange idea, and I'm there for it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So Iron Brew came out with a vanilla ice cream flavor, and it's really delicious. I was gonna say you don't just sit there. Hopefully now the trophies won't die, and they'll just start making babies and things like that. I can see overlooks silly elements in the movie, but compensates it with other things. I had a cool idea. Imagine the D-Rex had an animation for hunting flying animals, like standing up on two legs and reaching out and grabbing one. That would be cool. And it looks like we've got some babies. Life finds a way in the nest. Have I even looked at... Yeah, look at that.
To the park.
Oh, it's asleep.
Asset transportation in
Cute.
progress.
Well, they've already started
Asset
breeding,
has
so that's a
been
good thing.
transported.
Alright, so we need to make a watering hole for our D-Rex. So let's
Asset delivered.
figure out how we're going to make this look smart. I want that area for water. Boom. Area for water. Oh, that's very easy. I kind of want to make it look like it's meant to be there, so we'll do this. We'll duplicate you. No, I can't edit you that. Well, actually, can I? 1
Asset has
second.
been transported.
Split from group. Advanced move. Yeah, I can't do that now. We'll use concrete. Make it a concrete pool. Concrete 1, I think we'll use. I don't want to add it to the group per se, but I think it's going to anyways. We'll make that white concrete. We'll make life easier for myself. We'll do a 15-degree turn. A 15-degree snap. Like so. There we go. Well, we'll move it to the end like that. Doesn't matter too much because when we add the other sides to it, it's going to make like a nice little triangle. Then we'll take the 15 off and we'll do ourselves a bottom. We'll have it so it can glitch through this, but it'll look like there's a pool in there for it if anyone goes investigating. That's what I mean. It'll be like the perfect little angled slope into the watering
Asset
hole.
transported.
Actually quite happy with the way that it's going to look, I think. You should also use my Rebirth signs and put the D-Rex sign on the door. Yes, I will do. I will, I'm going to decorate. I'm going to find as well that other blueprint you were telling me about with the do they have statues in or whatever it is inside of them that makes it look like the, what do you call it? Makes it look like the... like there's an actual animal inside it. I can't think of what they're called in the movie. Like the test tubes, we'll call them for now. Nevertheless, this is really like a little nice Easter egg to find. Did I actually need that one piece? We'll find out. Yeah, we did. Well, I'm not a perfectionist or anything, but it would annoy me. It would annoy me. Put loco back on. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Happy days. Did I make it deeper? No, it's going to be about there, isn't it? Honestly, I wish they would let us make custom gates in the game. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice if you could like completely customize the game. But I can imagine that also being quite a bit of a faff. But sometimes it's a little bit much. I like a real good plot while playing scientifically inaccurate or just being a lot of fun. Fair play. There we go, duplicate that. Our D-Rex now has a pool of water, which kind of feels like it fits in with this. I just need to select it all. collision off, so then it can go over and actually drink. Happy days. And when I place this down, is it going to affect much? Put a meat feeder here for it. A D-Rex pool party, yeah.
Many natural systems fall into some sort of hierarchy, and dinosaur behavior is no different. The alpha should be easy enough to identify from observation alone.
Let's move that for now. Look at our T-Rex in. Synthesize. Oh. Why do I feel like I've never seen that skin before for the Atrociraptors? That was it. So I haven't really built anything for Atrociraptor. Should modify in its geno. Bio-resilience, never. But what we'll do, we'll make sure it's not constantly hungry. Nice long lifespan. Resilience, there we go. All that good stuff. I'm trying to make a lagoon / semi-aquatic park, but I have no idea how clue to start it. A car park. Great way of starting anything. And then the entrance. I mean, to be honest, the way I'd probably make a plan first, like how you want it laid out. A lot of time I do, like, I know they're not the most ethical places, but the SeaWorld's a good one to look at for layout. Because they have a really interesting layout. To be honest, I never knew the SeaWorlds were actually theme parks and had roller coasters and stuff till I used I was using one of their dolphin habitats as inspiration for my Leopleurodon enclosure. The D-Rex has always got to be strong. Don't forget to make it strong. Well, we don't plan it on ever leaving this area. So yeah. And then once it's moved up there, we'll place that grid back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And then we'll have a D-Rex.
Distortus Rex to the park.
The Distortus Rex. I love it. And I think I'll try and make like a
Asset transportation in
rounded
progress.
tunnel down here. Car park, little lab area. I really do love that door though. It's just so cool. I don't know why I'm waiting on normal time speed. Get down over here. Get Squishy over here. Squishy is here.
Asset delivery confirmed.
What is she? Wait a second, is this? Oh, the collision's on. Squishy's like, let me out of here. Let me out. We've trapped her in a box of her own torment. Collision off. There you go, Squishy. Squishy got tired of walking around a box. I do love how Squishy looks. They did a great job. There you go, Squishy. Be free. Be free to do what you want. Right, let's move this box back. Collision off. There we go. Now we need a roof. I won't add red light. I think we'll do the normal. We'll give it some normal lighting. Is this okay? I was gonna say like.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome
Is that still
Tropiognathus to
use-
the park.
I keep feel like it's saying Propionapus instead of Tropio. It's gonna be so beautifully white in here. Like it's never gonna be able to sleep once the lights are on because it's just gonna be gleaming everywhere. Give Squishy a teddy bear. Nah, Squishy's got what she needs. She's got a swimming pool. It looks so cool, that, the way it is. Definitely like a lab in here. Maybe at some point we'll make some enrichment for Squishy to enjoy. But right now, she just gets a box. And remember, it's distraught. We need to make it as distraught as possible. I mean, it's already not happy as it is. I might turn discomfort off so that it hides her a lot better. So when we end up adding this to the workshop, this map, people haven't, like, unless they see the entrance, which we're going to try and make slightly hidden, they'll have no idea that she's in there. No, I noticed, I always thought about Ember was a male T-Rex, but in the game she's female. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I always saw Ember as being a male, but then again, this game has, like, put male skins on females before. So I wouldn't take it as, like, solid information in a sense in that. That enclosure looks depressing. I don't know why, it makes me think of Dexter's Laboratory a little bit. We'll add some pipes and stuff eventually, but I don't want to get too hung up in there. We've only got like 5 minutes left to stream anyways. We'll just get the basics. Lights. We'll use the big square lights, these ones. These feel extremely lab-like. We'll have it so they're always on as well. Yeah, we'll use the sign. I need to download that, I believe. Do that. There we go. Then we'll 45 degree it. We'll have it like that. We'll have it so it missed 2. Is that light even on? I think it is. Missed 2. Let me double check. Always on. Let's turn them both like that. Yeah. There we go. Try again. Make it as bright as possible. Why is it in the ground again? So yeah, this is going to be like, we're going to put like a mountain and stuff on top of this and have it as like a hidden lab. That's what we're doing. You can make the backgrounds themed enclosure. We could do, couldn't we, at this point? Okay, missed 2. Place. Missed 2. Place. Missed 2. Place. It's a girl's world. What song in ages. True, I mean, it's JW3, they always make confusing info. I mean, they put the Spino's weight at 4,000. I don't think it's going to light it up enough this, but I don't know if it's just because of the setting we're in right now. It gets worse, Car. Don't look into it. Yeah, okay, might be. Hey, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I may as well put it down to normal speed, not doing any terrain work at the moment. I made the mistake of looking into dino weights and it gets way worse. The height inconsistency is insane. Yeah, when I was like leading up to the game's release, I was making those like Top Trump style cards for Evolution. people like, like it was good in the sense that they got comments because people like, oh no, they've never weighed that, it's this, etc, etc. I was like, yeah, I'm just going over evolution goes. Right, we'll do it like that. I'm hoping that when I do this, it'll do a straight line transfer. So I don't have to worry about having to angle things myself. Oh, it works out perfectly. 3 on each side as well. They are perfect. I'm going to do them about... I'm just going to eyeball this. Like I said, this is just hidden territory at this point. So I don't think it matters too much. But we're going to eyeball the distance. Don't think into it too much. I think it's nearly... It's not too bad. There we go. I don't have the height sheets, but for sauropods, that's one chunky boy. Isn't it? Right, so what time are we? We're at past. So when we next come to this, obviously I do want to continue the campaign. I might do the campaign next Monday, actually. And then we'll continue on this on Friday. So I think it's like a whole week for more people to try and complete the campaign before I do. So, yeah. I think that's what I might do. Also, I kind of want to finish this. This is... Look at the door. Just before we disappear, though, let's go to the Visit the Workshop. Quickly look at Browse. Let's see what the first page has to offer. Now the Rebirth DLC's been out for a bit. Anything cool? I mean, that's pretty neat, isn't it? I like that. Well, just dive into just one more page. Anything cool? Anything rebirthy? Okay, one more page. That's pretty neat. We'll leave that out. Let's. Otherwise, I'm going to go. Keep going. One more page. One more page. My favorites. Oh, you've updated the room. Go to create a profile. View creations. This one is I need the Mutadon. Like that. What's it called? Wait, what? I didn't even check what that's called. Create a profile, view creations. The Rebirth sign pack. Okay. I mean, I could have just asked you. Rebirth. We'll slap that there. I would like the D-Rex, please. What's that for? What's the little circle? I do like these. These are awesome. Where should we add this? It probably should be there, really. Version 23. Wonder what happened to the rest of the D-Rexes then, if this is version 23. Well, it looks like Squishy's having a rest. Bottom of the black window, yeah. I feel like... Actually, I want to have it center. Kind of have it sort of somewhat in line with this. There we go. D-Rex version 23. You enjoy all this open plant space, Squishy. Squishy's now internally trapped in this enclosure with a seed hole. Yeah, we're about to put a mountain on top of Squishy next week. Ooh, rebirthy. Perfect. Probably just didn't make it through the incubation, only survived a little bit after hatching, maybe. Or did the siblings eat each other? You can also just open a door. It's a group. Please. I mean, I'd have to connect that with that then, wouldn't I? Please open the door for me. It's such. That was such acting. That was That's Golden Tier acting the way. It's like, please just open the door for me. I think that's probably like my favourite scene in the whole movie. But other than the mutons. Anytime the mutons appear. Beautiful. Right, okay, let's save this. We called it the Eco Project. That's why I called this save file. Does it have the It does! Proximus made the Snickers wrapper. There it is. Snickers. I love that. But yeah. So cool. It's just so... I love it. It's so... Again, the screenshots are awesome in it as well. I made it like... So I did like 3 testers on YouTube for different thumbnails. And I think that's the one that got the most clicks as well, was Proximus's door with the D-Rex standing on the other side. I added like... I added a load of fog effects as well to try and get that going. We added the marsh around it to get the marsh fog. I added tons of the smoke stackers. Not realizing there's one item that does even more smoke than the little tubes, which in hindsight I should have probably added that as well, just to try and get like a fog effect in there. It was awesome. But yeah, anyways, I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. We'll be back here on Friday, continuing this build. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.